Hey, Doug, I'm here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and today is March the 6th, and we begin the conference tournaments in earnest. Not that the Big Ten was to be discounted, or the Missouri Valley, or any other tournaments from this past week, but, you know, they're all playing this week. So we got a big week ahead, and we're going to cover a lot of stuff. Now, we're not going to do the traditional line moves that we've done. We're going to fly from the seat of our pants here a little bit more, and just offer thoughts, opinions on some different games, along with just some other general information. If you're betting some futures or different things, and just say some basketball talk. Let's just call it that. Now, one of the things though, before I get to that, is that I'm going to tell you Vegas Pro Insider Daily March Madness Money Bundle. $99 is all it's going to cost you, and it starts today or the day that you sign up, all the way through April 2nd. Our experts are doing, as expected, tremendous. Kyle Hunter's #1 in college basketball. Sean Higgs continues to roll. Dennis Macklin is over 60% on his, or just under 60% on his picks over the last 135. Okay, I believe it is. So he's been doing great. Jim Mack has been posting winners. I think last year he was 41-30 during March Madness altogether. On myself, I was 35-26 during March Madness. So you're going to get that. Plus, we have a new addition to our talented roster. Joe D'Amico, live from Las Vegas. Joe's one of the big personalities. Some people call him Mr. Vegas. This guy knows the stuff. He's been handicapping for forever, has been in every facet. Okay, he's at sports capping like a lot of these other guys are. So all of his picks are monitored. Joe's one of the great guys. Big, like I said, big personality, knows his stuff, does a tremendous job with his business, All American Sports. So great guy, and happy to have him on board. Honored to have him on board, to be perfectly frank. So he's joining us, and his picks will be part of this package now too. We just brought him on board as of today. He's not even officially on. I haven't put his picture up yet, but he's going to be joining us. Okay, starting tomorrow on Wednesday. So look for Joe D'Amico to be part of this talented roster going forward. All right, let's talk a little bit about some college basketball stuff. Teams that have to have good weeks in order to make the NCAA tournament. For example, starting in the ACC, Louisville, I think that they're going to have to do, they got some work to do. They're playing that 8-9 game against Florida State. They got to beat Florida State, and they're going to play Virginia. I think they're going to have to beat Virginia to get in, my personal opinion. Syracuse, kind of on the fence here. They're going to play Wake Forest. They should beat them. Then they're going to have to play North Carolina. I think at least they have to beat North Carolina in order to get in. And there's talk of Notre Dame getting in. I think Notre Dame has to win 3 games in order to be even in the discussion. They got to get to the AC semifinals to even be a part of anything that's going on. Big 12, Oklahoma State, they're going to be playing each other right off the bat. The Oklahoma probably is in with the win. I think Oklahoma State will probably have to win twice. I am no fan of Texas getting in, to be perfectly honest. But if they do, they do. I'm not sure that they will. No matter what, we're going to get a bunch of teams. At least 2, maybe 3 teams with 14 losses in the tournament out of the Big 12. I don't care what anybody says. You got 14 losses. I don't think you deserve to be in. I don't care who you played, okay, all year long. My opinion. Pac-12. UCLA, USC are definitely on the fence. I think Arizona State should be too, but I think if USC and UCLA get to the semifinals, I think that whoever goes the farthest is in, and they both might be in to go along with Arizona. Again, I'm not sure about where Arizona State fits in all this. They've only won 8 of their last 18 games altogether. That's hardly a good track record. And if USC and UCLA are in the finals in the Pac-12, well, I think both teams were going to get in, okay, at that point. I think Boise State's a long shot. They have to win the Mountain West Conference in order to get in. Alabama's lost 5 in a row. Not coming down the stretch well, that's for sure. So I think they're in a heap of trouble. I think they'd have to win the tournament in order to get in. So those are the bubble teams that are kind of floating around, okay, as of right now. I wrote an article for SBR today about the SEC. It is going to be a wild event in the SEC. I mean, anything is definitely possible. in that, so you can check out the article. It'll be posted up later today. I give you the whole breakdown, including my 4 best bets in terms of who I think can win it. So you can check that out. As well there. Now let's talk about some actual games and some picks tonight. Starting with the what is it? Boy, I'm drawing a blank here on the conference. Oh, well, I forget the conference, but it's the one with Charleston. Used to be called the College of Charleston, against Northeastern. Now, Northeastern is a 1.5-point underdog. Both teams are playing incredibly well. I mean, these are the 2 best teams in the conference in terms of how they're playing at this moment. College of Charleston, or Charleston, was the leader, the winner all year in that conference. So I think that will continue. I think Northeastern's got a shot, but this point spread's only 1.5, where Charleston's favored. So I think I think they're the stronger play on that particular one, because I think it's a small enough spread, so I don't have any problem seeing how they cover the spread. So I think they're going to get it done in that game. But if Northeastern would happen to win, to get in for the Colonial, it'd be a shame for Charleston because they've had a great year. But Northeastern, I can't say they're not deserving. The only game they have lost was, I think, back in late January to Charleston, recently. The other conference, but I'm drawing a blank on that one too. The one with Gonzaga in it. Gonzaga's playing BYU in the West Coast Conference. Boom, there it is, West Coast Conference. St. Mary's got upset by BYU. St. Mary's seems to be in free fall of sorts. Gonzaga, is a 9-point favorite. I'm inclined to think Gonzaga, the way they're playing, they're going to get it done. I think Gonzaga, I'm not saying they will, but in terms of a team that has the potential to reach the Elite 8, obviously the seeding and everything else will play a part in it, and the brackets, but in terms of an actual team that has a chance to get there, I think right now Gonzaga is a top 8 team in the country, and I think they could get there. All right, so that's another one. And then the other is the Horizon Conference, where we have Cleveland State. Cleveland State at 12-22. If they win tonight, they're 13-22. They're going to the big dance. Can you believe that? But they're playing Wright State, and I think it ends here tonight. All right, Cleveland State, great run. They've covered, I think, 6 or 7 games in a row, so they have done extremely well, and and they've won. Wright State, though, number 2 seed. I think they're the better. Well, they are the better team. I also think they're more deserving, and I think they have the right elements, particularly on defense, in order to control Cleveland State. Now, in terms of beating the spread, I'd say it's a 50-50 on the spread, because Cleveland State has a lot of good feelings in terms of how they're playing. But if Wright State, the Raiders, grab a lead, and if they can stretch it out at any point, particularly in the second half, out to 10 points, I think with all the games that Cleveland State has had to play in this tournament, I think they might get a little bit tired, might get a little depressed, and we've seen how that typically plays out in those situations. So I would lean towards Wright State, but just a small lean, but I think they're going to get the job done and cover the spread. One other game I'll just throw at you in the NBA, Philadelphia and Charlotte. Philadelphia, I mean, they lost to the Bucks on Sunday, but it's not like they played poorly. I mean, the Bucks played among their best games of the second half of the season thus far. So I think Philadelphia, going to Charlotte, I think Philadelphia has the right stuff to get the job done, cover that spread. I think it's 1.5. And do it up on Charlotte. As far as anything else in the NBA, nothing else that really caught my eye. Been doing a lot of work with this stuff. So, and going to spring training games, did doing that. So busy time of year. Again, Vegas Pro Insider Daily March Madness Money Bundle. Join today. $99. You're going to get everything. Okay, all the games, not just the tournament games. You're going to get all the tournament games, plus a lot of other stuff. Plus top handicappers, as I mentioned before, and our new guy, new friend, Joe D'Amico, all part of the package. So, hey, this is Doug Upson for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. As of right now, I am out.